TTT THROWDOwn!
Welcome to the Throwdown. This week, we're at CrossFit 77 in North Carolina.
On this week's Throwdown, we got Dana Mather, a master's athlete, demo the workout.
We've got 13 minutes climbing the ladder of 3 wall walks, 3 overhead squats, 30 double unders, 6 wall walks, 6 overhead squats, 60 double unders, and keep following that format till you hit the cap.
Hey, it's Dana Mather. I train at CrossFit 77 in Mooresville, North Carolina. My strategy going into this workout, for me, the limiter is going to be the wall walks. My hope is to keep the speed of my wall walks the same, rather than get so tired that my time under tension goes way up and my wall walks get really slow. I'd love to do the overhead squats unbroken because I feel like if I break those up, it's going to take a lot of time to re-grab that bar. And double unders, I'm going to split up as I feel needed. So that's my strategy.
Let's go, Dana.
I like the strategy.
I know, it's very simple and like she knew herself.
Right. Well, you can tell those that have done the sport for a while. They know their body, they know where they're at. Max, I was just talking to you about this, but I love masters athletes because they're realistic with what the goals are and what they need to do in a workout.
I really like what she said about time under tension for wall walks. I think that's really smart, where if you are going to take longer on a wall walk, just rest longer and try to make the speed of the wall walk take the same.
As opposed to grinding through to get your hands all the way back.
Right.
Yeah.
I really like the wall walk as a training thing, and I think it's actually a pretty good proxy for handstand walk kind of training in an online qualifier. But it seems like it hasn't, do you think it's going to be in qualifiers and in competitions more? I know it made the games 2 years in a row, and what do you guys think about that?
I could see it coming back. Yeah. I don't think it was one of the crazy complex movements that came out in those bizarre years that we might never see again.
This one will be used.
I can see it.
Well, now we're seeing wall walks.
This set's going to go by fast, Mia, but can you give us just some pointers? What are the things you're looking for in a wall walk?
So I'm looking for you to take the same number of steps into the wall and then back down to the ground, meaning I think she's taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So two separate counts, 5 to the wall, 4 down. I'd like to see her do that throughout the whole workout if that's her step count. When she gets back to it, I'll talk some more about points of performance.
Yeah, there'll be longer sets, I think, with the overhead squat or with the wall walks. Overhead squats probably in this workout are not going to be as much of a factor. She's using the 55 plus weight. For most people, 135, 65, or 135, 95. Those sets probably will become more relevant in maybe the 12, 15.
Yeah,
but I don't think the 6, 9 as much.
Yeah, this is definitely going to start off with dense wall walks, and then it'll
get more balanced as it kind of goes on. Yeah, because a set of 120 double unders will take, a while for some people.
Right.
Might take 2 minutes for some people.
This still, though, is very shoulder dense because you're doing the wall walk and then stability on the overhead squat. And then for most people with double unders, most people are kind of waving their arms all over the place. There's a lot of shoulder fatigue there, too.
Yeah, that open workout where it came out where wall walks and double unders blew people's shoulders up and then made the double unders more challenging where they were missing. So that's something maybe people can have in their mind, that the combo of these movements might change the strategy maybe for the double unders. I like that Dana said she would just break them as needed, as opposed to having a pre-break break plan.
Yeah, it's tough with double unders because you plan these breaks and then what if you trip?
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's see points of performance here. Remember, you were supposed to do it. Come on.
An open shoulder when she's walking, meaning that there's no closed angle in her armpit area. Oh man.
Got there.
I guess we'll come back.
We'll be back for that.
We'll be back next time.
She did do 5 and 4 though. I just counted, so she's still on her normal count.
All right, great transition. These transitions to the overhead squats will probably get longer and longer. Your shoulder's going to be more and more tired, but positions still look really good.
I think if you have the capability to narrow your grip a little bit on overhead squats from your normal snatch grip, that can help save your shoulders some in this kind of a workout.
Yeah, for her, it seems like pretty much a non-issue. Her positions are really solid. Maybe, again, it's super hard to tell a lot of times from camera angles, but maybe you could push for a little bit more depth. But from a position and stacking standpoint, they look really easy for her.
Her double unders look really good too.
way better than mine.
So we're in the 60 now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I do want to just quickly say thank you to Dana, because she was traveling when I reached out about doing this workout, and then she had some family stuff going on where she fit this in before having to travel quickly for some family things. So thank you for fitting it in. I really appreciate it. She's an awesome athlete and a wonderful person.
I agree with both of those sentiments.
That was very nice.
All right, back to the wall walks.
All right.
Now you have time
9
to talk.
reps to
Basically,
talk.
get it out, Mia.
Yes. So the number one thing I think people should focus on wall walks is getting into an open shoulder position before they move their hands. So that means you don't want to walk in like a push-up position where your shoulder is closed. You want to push your chest through. Think of getting your ears in line with your biceps before you start walking, because then you're not putting as much weight into your shoulders, and you're able to kind of stack on your joints more, which
It's almost
really
like a true
helps.
pike position from like a
Yes.
box if you're doing pike handstand
Yes.
push-ups.
The longer you can be in that position, both on the way up to the wall and the way back down, the better off you're going to be from an endurance standpoint.
And every round, every rep so far has been 5 back, 4 forward. So really,
Which is excellent.
Yeah, really dialed in, really consistent. I find that those, there's like the younger speed walking wall walk people that will go back in like 3 steps, but I find that this shorter, choppier, more step version on the way in is easier to stabilize, and then on the way out you can just usually take less reps because you're just going like with gravity on the way down. So something to consider, that like the 5 or 6 count back might be a good strategy for people that struggle to take big aggressive steps on wall walks.
The one thing I really struggle with is getting my hands to the line before my feet hit the ground. Mia, do you have anything that you think about? Is there like a cue in your mind, or is it just like keep your feet on the wall before I get my hands there?
Yeah, so I try not to get into that like falling down position. Like I try to feel some weight in my feet on the wall until my hands get to the line, and then I kind of like drop almost like a pancake to the ground. So that also helps keep that open shoulder position, because you're in like an L position on the wall, versus if your feet are coming down with your hands and you get into that push-up position, which is a lot harder on your shoulders. So if you can keep like an L position, hips up higher, and then just smack into the ground.
What's your favorite style of pancake?
I like buttermilk.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Just plain buttermilk, no
Yeah.
blueberries or chocolate or anything?
I
Strawberries?
mean, I'll do like blueberries on top, but not in. That makes sense?
Speaking of shoulders, not to just segued from pancakes. She did the wall walks and she shook her arms out. It took her about 15 seconds to go from the 9 wall walks to start the overhead squats in that round. So just kind of give you a context for the fact that like the movements are going to compound shoulder fatigue as you go from one to the other. And I think we're not even halfway through the workout right now, and these sets of wall walks are going to get real dense. Now 12 and then 15. It's going to be a lot of time under tension on your shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to feel very similar to that open workout with just double unders and wall walks, but now with an added component. It makes it even harder with the overhead squats. I just think you can't go out too hot here, like sprint your first couple of rounds of wall walks, because that may blow you up, and then the 12s take way too long.
These double unders are pretty solid. She's been going
she
for a
looks
while.
really good.
You think she'll go to 90 unbroken, Mia? Yes or no? Oh,
Well, I was going to say no, because she said she was going to break when she felt like she needed it. That looked like a trip, but
man, that was a quick break if it was a break.
yeah. I mean, her hands are so relaxed, so this is probably her recovery movement, I would guess. Her positions are just so good. But I do think it's smart to take some breaks and shake your shoulders out, even if it is a really good movement for you, unless you're someone who can just keep moving on the wall walks. But
yeah,
I think
hard at
unless
this
your
point.
name is Alexis Raptis, most of
Yeah,
us
there's
out
not
there are
many
going to
people.
have to take some breaks on these wall walks.
I mean, she just did 2 sets for 90.
Right,
So,
which is really good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty solid.
definitely.
But this is a longer transition, and now she's going to be doing 12 wall walks, right?
Yep.
It took her about 30-ish seconds to do the first 3. So you got to imagine that this is almost a 2-minute long set of wall walks. We'll see. 7:15 to 9:15.
Yeah.
Brandon,
That'd
would
be my
you use
prediction.
your cluster set strategy
I
here?
actually, were you reading my mind?
Yeah. I just know you so well.
I would 100%. This is one of my favorites, especially with movements that are like wall walks where there's a lot of local fatigue. I'll do 3 really fast and then take a longer break and another 3. I just love having those micro goals in workouts like this because 12 seems like it's so far away when you're 2 in and you're already blowing up.
Yeah.
But 3, I'm like, I can get to 3 and then take a longer break. I can get to 6, take a longer break. I can get to 9. It keeps you motivated.
One of my favorite things to do is what she's doing right here in between reps, where you're just laying face down in between reps, questioning your life, wondering, oh my God, how long is it going to be till I could do another one?
What's funny is the wall walk, it doesn't really allow you to like calm your breath because at least for me, I'm still like holding my breath through the movement.
Yeah. And your upper body and core, I think, get like so pumped holding yourself upside down for that long. It's amazing how some people can just hammer through these in big consistent sets.
Yeah, some people just like pop off the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think this is going to be more realistic, that they're going to kind of turn into these singles with a little bit of rest. So this is 3, 4, 5, about 6 seconds in between reps. And then the reps themselves are taking about 6 seconds as well. So
which is very good.
Yeah, I mean, that's
that.
basically then like 5-ish reps a minute that she's doing right now. So that gives you an idea that maybe the set of 12 is actually going to take more than 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, a sprint pace, even for elite athletes, is just at 5 seconds per rep. So holding 6 seconds in a longer workout like this is pretty good.
But the 6 seconds just to do the rep. She's doing 6 seconds and then the rest break as well of 6 seconds.
I haven't seen any technique deviation from her yet. They all look the same. They look solid. She's just resting longer in between, which is smart.
Yeah, so knowing just time-wise, 13-minute AMRAP, she's still got a little bit more wall balls here than a set of overhead squat, and then a 120 set of double unders. Most likely, then, she's going to be finishing in that next walk set. So that can give people context for if you're going through this workout, where are you going to be, and how are you going to push, and at what point are you going to push. That can kind of give context for where people might finish.
So knowing that, would you place your sprint finish in here in like the overhead squats and the double unders? Because there's not that much you can sprint on wall balls.
On wall walks?
Wall
ball walks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think you maybe can sprint wall walks a little bit. It just really depends on how messed up your shoulders. Like, are you truly at your failure point, or are you just tired? Did she do that whole set unbroken or take a break? Unbroken.
Yep, unbroken. Okay. Yeah, so she's going to have to move pretty fast on these. I mean, her double unders looked great last time, but I think if most people have only 90 seconds for 120, they'll probably trip a couple times and it'll be like right at the buzzer.
Yeah. 120 is like what probably close to what her pace right now is. She did 120 unbroken, would be about a minute. So maybe like a minute 10. So she probably only get maybe 1 or 2 wall walks, or maybe have to struggle to finish this set. But this is a good context for somebody who's pretty solid at double unders, pretty good at wall walks. Like, this is going to be a pretty good score, just I think, for the average competitive CrossFitter. Again, remember, she's using a little bit of a lighter load as a masters athlete, but same type of stimulus.
I said 90 seconds, but now I realize it's 13.
Oh, yes.
Both of us were screwing that up. So she will have time for the wall walk. Either way, I think this is the right time in the workout to know where you're at with the double unders, look at the clock, and then start to run that math in your head to know how many wall walks you may have the chance to get. If you are finishing on double unders, so originally I was thinking 12 minutes for some reason, then every rep is like, it's such an easy rep to get. So just keep pushing. And to Mia's point, you would want to sprint on those double unders, because 5 or 10 reps it only takes a couple of seconds, but that could boost you up a leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this is kind of the set. If you're around this time, this set of double unders is kind of where you kick, because whether you push it a little bit harder, if you save 10 or 15 seconds, that can be one more wall walk, and more wall walk is a big difference on big leaderboards with these types of movements in them.
Wow, she crushed those.
Yeah, that was again just 1 break, right? Or was it 2 breaks?
It's 2.
Maybe it was 2, but they're so quick.
Yeah, she did a great job.
We blinked and missed them.
Yeah, so got about a minute of work at her normal pace. Maybe she would be able to get 6, but she's a little bit more fatigued, so probably somewhere in the 4 to Oh no, she seems to be going almost faster now. So she is kicking. Yeah, we got a Dana chant going on.
Now I am a fan here with something that is local again. When it is a sprint finish, I'll actually go a little bit faster earlier on and not try to save it for the last 20 seconds, because the last 20 seconds I won't be able to do it.
Yeah, you're kind of blowing up anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's on a good pace right now. I mean, that's 4 in 30 seconds right now, and we got another 30 seconds to go. So she might get 6 or 7. We'll see. I count really slow. I like counting. 5.
I'm a good counter.
I can count to 10.
Still looks really good.
Dana.
She's got a little mini hop up the wall. If you see someone like Alexis, she does like that big 2-foot hop up the wall. That could be really beneficial for those that can stay stacked.
10 more seconds. Come on, you got to get one
saves
more.
Time, for sure.
Get it.
Dana,
3.
That's
2.
great job.
She got it. We'll give
Excellent
it to her.
paint.
The death posture. Very well done. The shoulder burner extraordinaire.
Great job, Dana. Thanks for doing it.
Overall, I was very happy with my strategy. I probably could have pushed it a little harder on the last set of wall walks, but I was happy that I don't think my wall walk speed slowed down too much, and I feel like the number of steps I took to the wall and back from the wall were the same, no matter if it was round 3 or round 15. I don't know, I may have broken up the double unders more, but those tend to be a recovery movement for me. So I chose to go unbroken except for the time that I tripped. But this was a lot of fun, and thank you for inviting me.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Pata in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button. Let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Pata.